If you want to go through the process of being a $1 million YouTuber or an amazing motivational speaker, which I would love to be, you have to go through the process of doing the work, which all takes patience, damn it. Welcome back to the Motivation Station, hosted by your boy, the Mattfreakindeakins, coming to you today with a new episode where we are going to talk about the one thing people hate to have and refuse to have and really struggle with, and that is patience. We're going to talk about patience today, reasons being patient will help you in the long run, and why companies like Amazon and Grubhub and those have skewed the world's view on working for what you want. Overall, I received a lot of really good feedback on the first episode, NIL. I'm looking forward to hearing more of what people think about our topic today. But first, real quick, a word from our friends at ShankIt Golf. ShankIt Golf. See this amazing donut polo? This is an amazing thread. Thanks to ShankIt Golf. Now, I also have multiple shirts with ShankIt Golf. I've got this donut shirt. I've got one that looks like a pool liner. It reminds people of summer when I wear it into work. You know, people are like, gosh, that reminds me of my grandpa's pool. Also, they make incredible accessories like these ShankIt Golf legalized mulligan golf balls. You can take those and convince your friends that they should legalize mulligans, and that's why you should get one if you hit a bad shot, because you are using the legalized mulligan golf balls. So go check those out today. Also, I am a notoriously horrible putter. So what did I do? I bought the head cover. I will not three putt. This reminds me what it's like to three putt and how bad I am at putting, and I shouldn't three putt. Guess what? I have yet to three putt since I've had that head cover. So head over to the link in the description below. Use MFD15 at checkout to save you some bones, Jones, and support this channel and the Mattfreakindeakins. All right, getting into the topic today. So today we are talking about patience. Now, patience is required to get what you truly want in life. I know, come on, Matt, we all know this. What are you wasting our time talking about this for? Do you know this? Do you really know this? Because if you knew it, you would practice it. So I'm going to guess you don't really know it. And you're just pretending that you know it because you also don't want to look yourself in the mirror and call your own BS. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about patience because, you know, if everything good is worth working for, then why do you want it now? If you want to go through the process of becoming a CEO, if you want to be in the process of becoming a professional athlete, if you want to go through the process of being a $1 million YouTuber or an amazing motivational speaker, which I would love to be, you have to go through the process of doing the work, which all takes patience, damn it. Everything good requires patience. I'm slapping my leg while I'm doing that. Hopefully that came through the microphone. Because there's so much impatience out there. You have to get that front row parking spot at the grocery store. You have to, park so close and take up all the space. And I was just walking through the grocery store last night, not to complain. Walking through the grocery store last night, guys not paying 1 ounce of attention, standing in the middle of the main aisle when there's a line of us trying to, because things can go both ways, right? No, but if you stand in the middle, nobody can get around you. Had no self-awareness, no awareness of what was going on. Never mind, there was 10 people waiting for him to step to the side a little bit so they could get through. But it's that type of impatience. Yes, I got hella impatient there because the lack of self-awareness. But you know what? Maybe I should have showed more patience because having that patience, I don't know what that guy's going through. I don't know if he's struggling. He's looking for something. He's in dire times. I don't know that. So it's shame on me for being impatient. This message is just as much for me as it is for you. So patience today. Do you think that all of the athletes who are performing in the NCAA football, college football playoff, do you think all of them just poof got the roles and they've never practiced a day in their life and they just woke up and poof, they're the number one wide receiver in the country, or they're the best defensive lineman or the best quarterback? No, it all took practice. It all took time. It all took patience. So remember these things while we talk through this today about ways that maybe you were like, I really believe that. And therefore, I need to exhibit more patience. So, I started off with how Amazon and Grubhub and some of those companies really screwed up people's reality of what working is. Yes, there are people that work at Amazon and work at Grubhub and are delivery drivers and all that, and I'm not diminishing their job. Their job is their job. The problem is the principle of Amazon, the principle of Grubhub, that has skewed people's vision of what reality is and what it's really like. Because what they can do is sit their happy asses on the couch, order what they want, and say, oh, you know what? I can get that in 3 hours. I can get that in 20 minutes. I don't have to work for that. I just can just dial it. Yep, it'll be here. I struggle with the click list. For example, I know Kroger does a click list. I struggle with that. If you're a family, I know a guy who is a family has 7 daughters. I understand why he would do a click list. I have 0 kids, but for babies, my wife and I don't use click list. We just go to the grocery store, use our legs, use the things God gave us, and we walk in the store and buy what we need. So I struggle with that because that's just, once again, an impatience. Amazon and Grubhub and ClickList are all tools to help the consumer be lazy. That may be a little harsh, but it's also partially true because we can all be lazy and have our Christmas gifts, purchase our Christmas gifts on 12/20 and get them here on 12/21. Do we even do anything? Do we put any thought into it? It takes the spirit out of everything. So that's why Amazon, Grubhub, ClickList all skew the way that people think about, the ways they have to live. They live in this instant gratification world because Amazon gives it to them. Because Grubhub gives it to them. ClickList, all I have to do is drive over there and pick it up. I don't even have to go drive there sometimes. I'll have it delivered. No work is being done. It's all just click, 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 deliver. I do nothing but sit here. Once again, I do show some grace to families who have children that can't behave in public settings. I get that, but for the most part, it's a product of extreme laziness, and that really struggles for me for somebody who likes to work. I like to do the work. I find gratification in doing the work and going through the process of actually completing a task and getting what I'm working for. So, within topic 1, I wanted to talk about Amazon there, but also, the biggest thing I wanted to talk about here is we cannot dismiss that there are some people who are born with the proverbial silver spoon, where, you had a parent that worked their rear off and they are leaving something to you. To me, it would be paying them homage to work just as hard as they did or work as hard as you think they did. Not just taking it and sitting with your feet up and laughing all the way to the bank. There are people that do that, and that's unfortunate. So I don't want to pretend that doesn't exist. It does. I'm just a bigger fan of people following a process, doing a job, working hard, driving for everything they get and everything they want. Just because you want it doesn't mean you get it. You got to work for it. So how can we put some of this into real life? My first of 2 here, fitness. Being a fitness guy. You can see all the X and Sledge supplements over here that help improve my performance and help me recover. For example, I'm on this cut. My coach Justine and I are working really hard to hit my goals by the end of June next year. Did you hear when my goal end is? The last week of June 2025. So that's 6 months from now. When her and I started together 6 weeks ago, it was before Thanksgiving. Giving this so much time. Why? Because everything takes time and the process takes time. And the best results come from the process over time. I know, crazy, right? So, a couple common thoughts people have. The scale isn't moving. So what should I do? Oh, I'm just not going to eat. Oh, I got to go run. I got to go, do all the cardio. I got to get that activity up and reduce the food so that I'm completely useless for the next 2 weeks and I really don't make any progress. The gains are too slow. Man, I really need a cheat meal. You know what? Let's go out to dinner tonight. I don't care what I'm going to eat. I just need to get big. I just need to get bigger. I just need to keep eating. You're going to get bigger. not in a good way. The amount of time it takes to lose body fat, since I'm on that train, this is an example for me. The amount of time it takes to lose quality body fat and maintain your muscle so you don't look like a goof, and losing your muscle and not your fat, and then you're just the skinny fat, looking pool noodle. For most people, it takes a significant amount of time. 12, 16, 20 weeks. Every time I've done one of these things, it's been for 12 to 20 weeks, if not longer. So I understand that things take time. Trying to do them in 6 weeks or like the week before spring break, like collegiate kids do, doesn't happen. It doesn't work. It won't work. It never will work. So I hope people stop thinking that. If you want to meet your goals effectively, you need to be patient. Stick to the plan. Do the daily disciplines of the plan through the process to make sure that you reach the goal you want effectively. Rewards come over time. Rewards come over time. Moving on to the second topic in your professional career, right? There were times where the best thing that ever happened to me was getting laid off. Why was that the best thing that ever happened to me? Because it kind of gave me this sense of urgency again. It gave me the quality over quantity thing, where I thought I was the best, God's gift to earth. You can't fire me. I'm the only one who's done this before here. And, that was a poor attitude. And that came with years of impatience and years of, unchecked work and not following process, just doing things because things need done, right? The value there wasn't very high. Best thing ever happened to me. Why? Because it taught me patience. It says, look, you're not God's gift to earth. You're not, is that right? It gave me patience because it helped me realize that I'm not like the only one to do these things. I'm not the only option out there. There are many options out there, and you need to prove your worth of why you're that option, why you should be the option, not an option, right? So for me, it took a little bit of time for me to get that. Once I got that, I worked my rear off to get where I am today since then. Since then, I have been super successful because I finally got my head out of my behind. And therefore, we're on an amazing trajectory, and I've got major goals in 2025 that are going to do nothing but help me grow and be a better person and grow my professional career. When it comes in business, you can control only what you do. So if you work, you're going to get recognized for doing the work. If you do the work right, you do the proper work, you follow a process, you be patient within doing these work instead of skipping steps because, well, that's just easy. I'll just hit the easy button and do that. No, don't do the easy button. Do the work, right? The easy button isn't the right way. You got to have the right patience level to be able to really tie in all the things needed and really, strive and take the time that, just because you did a month of good work doesn't mean you deserve to be promoted. You got to do months of good work. Well, how many? Who knows? Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it and be patient and understand that people are watching. Everybody's watching everything. In a world today where everybody notices everything because everybody has to put everything out there, people are going to notice if you're doing work consistently, the good work consistently, not just work. You're not just doing things, right? People pay attention more than you think. One thing you have to remember is your priorities are never someone else's priorities. So you can only control what you can control. Control the narrative of you. You can, as I mentioned last week, you can buy into your NIL and you can puff up your NIL just like this. You have to have the patience to make sure and understand that your brand you want your brand to be represented the right way, right? The representation of just getting work done is great, except for when they want somebody who gets work done and thinks. You don't think, you just get work done. So you got to have the right patience, the right level of understanding, the right level of diligence, and just patience to let the process go and trust that people are paying attention and you will get your keep. Are things always fair? No, life isn't fair, right? But you also have to trust and be patient through these processes because at the end of the day, the process is what matters. The patience within the process reaps the rewards. I have a Bible verse listed here. Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Right? In due season. So you got to do the work. And then when the season is right, you will reap the rewards if you have not given up. So remember that today as you carry on in your day. And, it's January 3rd as you're heading into your weekend and, you head into 2025. Be patient. Stay the course. Do the work. And in the right season, you will reap the rewards. Thank you very much for listening today. Make sure you give this podcast a subscribe and give video a like. Leave me a comment down below if you like this video. I'm all for feedback. Please, I can't make anything better or talk about something you want me to talk about if I don't know what your feedback is or know what you want me to talk about. So please shoot me a comment down below. As always, I appreciate your attention today for the 20, 30 minutes of whatever it is. Just remember, if you want the rest of your life to be the best of your life, you have to show patience in everything you do. You can only control what you can control and do the work. Remember what it says in Galatians 6:9. "And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." So do the work, and in the proper time, at the proper time, you'll reap the rewards if you have not given up. Take that today with all the peace and love. Be kind to others. Your boy Matt Freakin Deakins is out. See you next time.